Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jody. If you are new here, you have come to the right place for all things beauty for those of us over 50. It's so good to be back with you guys. I took a week off of filming and I missed it. I missed filming, and so I'm excited to be back today. This is a video that you guys asked for. It is the follow-up to our quiz series, our true or false quiz series. We did makeup for women over 50, and then we did skincare, and you guys asked for hair care, so we are gonna get into it. Before we do, I have a huge favor to ask you guys. So, June 21st of 2021 was my very first video posted here on YouTube, so we are coming up on the 3rd anniversary. And I am thrilled to say that we've almost reached 85,000 subscribers. That's phenomenal. I'm super excited, and I love the fact that we're building this community where we can learn from one another. So my huge favor is, I guess there's two. If you haven't subscribed yet, get subscribed so you don't miss anything that we talk about here on the channel, because if you're over 50 and you're looking for beauty tips and tricks and product reviews, I've got you covered. But my originally big ask is this. If you have a hair type or a hair problem that you have struggled with finding a solution to, more specifically a product for, then let us know in the comments below. Because our community is so vast and there's a variety of backgrounds and experiences that everyone brings to the table, there's most likely a solution from one of our community members that might be a help to you. And if you read through the comments, if you can help somebody with a question that they have on their specific hair type, please feel free to jump in and answer that comment. And what led me to this question was just a few months ago, Beyonce launched a new hair care line, and then Fenty Beauty, as you know, came out with a hair care line just a couple weeks ago. And I got to thinking, if a celebrity was to launch a hair care line, who would I want a hair care line from? And that got me thinking, gosh, there's just so many different types of, there's women on TV that have beautiful hair, but it's usually a lot of styling, it's a lot of products, and it may look good for that one shot. So it became more of a bigger question in my own head of, gosh, sometimes my hair feels more thin, so I need a booster conditioner, or sometimes my hair feels a little bit too straight, and in that case I need different styling products. So I've been able to find different solutions for different areas of issues for my hair type, but I know that as we age, we've got different skin and hair challenges. And let's not even talk about sagginess and age spots, and that's for another video. This is a hair video. So if you've got a hair care question, leave it down in the comments below. If you know an answer to some of the questions in the comments below, feel free to jump in and answer those so that we can all learn from one another. So while we're talking about learning, let's get into today's true or false for hair care. All right, so I'm gonna start off a little easy on you, and then we'll work up to harder questions as you start to build up your confidence with the true or false. Just like before, if the answer is true, it'll get a green light. If it's false, it's gonna get a red light. Let's get into our first question. Using a silk pillowcase can help reduce damage and frizz to your hair. I told you I was gonna take it easy on you guys. This one is true. Using silk pillowcases causes less friction on the hair than, say, a cotton fabric, for example. Less friction means less frizz and much less breakage. Next question, number 2, oiling your hair before shampooing can help minimize damage. This one is true. Pre-wash oiling can protect hair from the drying effects of shampoo. Pre-wash oiling is really simple to do. I do this about, I don't know, maybe once a week. I'll add some coconut oil to my hair, let it absorb into the hair, and then I will go into the shower, add some shampoo right to my hands and put it on top of that oil, and then rinse it out and go into my conditioning mode. I think it has really helped the ends stay healthy, gives a really nice shine after I've done this treatment, and the oil acts as a treatment for the hair as well as a protectant from drying shampoos. Next question, you should only use conditioner on the ends of your hair. This one is false. While applying the conditioner and paying special attention to ensure that your ends are coated, you also want to include conditioner on the medium or the middle sections of your hair as well. Putting the conditioner too close to the roots will help weigh down your hair. Plus you already have oil coming from your scalp, so it can really give you a weighed down, heavy look, as well as an oily or greasy look, depending on how oily or greasy your scalp is. Next question, split ends can be repaired with special serums or treatments. This one is false. Split ends can only be temporarily sealed with serums or treatments, for example, but the only way to get rid of split ends, you guys know the drill, is to trim your hair on a regular basis. Because once that split end starts to split, it's gonna keep splitting up the hair shaft until it eventually breaks off. Next question, you should use sulfate-free shampoo if you have color-treated hair. This one is true. Sulfate-free shampoos are gentler and help maintain your color longer. And it's so easy to find sulfate-free shampoos on the market anymore. A lot of shampoos have gone sulfate-free, so check your bottles. If you do not have a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner, go to the drugstore. You can find some really good ones at your local drugstore and even the grocery store. Here's a nice question. Daily use of dry shampoo is a good substitute for regular washing. This one is false. Overuse of dry shampoo can lead to scalp irritation and product buildup. Not to mention, if you saw a Friday Face-Off a couple weeks, many dry shampoos contain butane or propane, neither of which I want on my scalp. And if you're a smoker, I think I'd be really careful. Using a dry shampoo on occasion to help lift some of that oil is not a bad idea, but using it as your go-to instead of regular hygiene and showering, probably not such a great idea. Now we know consuming protein is vitally important, especially as we age, to maintain our muscle. But are protein treatments good for your hair? Yes, protein treatments can temporarily help strengthen your hair and repair damaged strands. So how are you guys doing so far? Here's an easy one, but you have to listen closely. True or false? It's best to detangle wet hair with a fine-tooth comb. This one is false. A wide tooth comb or detangling brush, I love the wet ones, is gentler on your hair and more effective in detangling wet hair without you having to pull and break your hair. This next question, some of you may have done. It's okay to use body lotion as a leave-in conditioner for your hair. True or false? This one is false. Body lotions are not formulated for hair and can lead to buildup and potential irritation on your scalp. I would not have thought that. I wouldn't have thought to use body lotion for a leave-in conditioner. I would feel like it was too heavy and weigh your hair down. But now we know it's just, we shouldn't do it at all. Next question, you should avoid using metal hair tools to reduce breakage. This one's true. Metal tools can cause friction and breakage. Instead, look for tools that are made from plastic or ceramic material. Those are more gentler on your hair. This one, now if you have watched my channel for any length of time, you will get this answer. Hair can change its texture over time due to hormonal changes. True or false? This is true. Boy, is this true. Hormonal changes such as pregnancy and menopause can alter the hair's texture. In terms of texture changes, two things that I've noticed. One, it's thinner for sure, but it also is, when there's gray hairs coming through, they are thicker and they are unruly and they're stick straight. Now when my hair is wet, it's got a little curl to it, sort of like a bad perm, but a half bad perm. There's nothing you can do with it. It's not curly enough to wear curly and it's not straight enough to leave straight. It's just that in-between weirdness. And then and as I'm getting older and gray hairs are starting to form, they are like stick straight. So for those of you that have gone gray, and there are some fantastic channels of women that have embraced their gray, especially through COVID where just going to the salon wasn't an option. And there's beautiful, beautiful shades of gray. And what I noticed when I look at those pictures is it's beautifully smoothed out and it's ruly. It's not unruly like mine are. So I don't know if that's just comes with time or a lot of work. But when I get there, I will let you know. I don't know when that's gonna be. I don't think I'm ready to embrace the gray. But again, for those of you that have done it, I have hair envy. I loved it. I love, love, love. And if you notice when you go to the grocery store now, you see more and more women with all gray hair, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So thank you if you've embraced it for just paving the way for the rest of us to say, this is gorgeous and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and that's what I have. I'm just not there yet. How are you doing on your quiz so far? We have 2 more questions, so you can still get a couple right. Next question, clarifying shampoos should be used weekly to maintain healthy hair. This one is false. Clarifying shampoo should be used sparingly, about once a month, to avoid stripping hair of its natural oils. I love using a clarifying shampoo because in essence what it does is it strips away all the product buildup from hairsprays to serums to leave-in conditioners. It gets rid of all of that. So it is nice to add a clarifying shampoo to your hair regimen. You want to do it sparingly, about once a month. And our last question for today's quiz is, you should avoid tying your hair up when it's wet to prevent damage. True or false? This one is true. Wet hair is more fragile and prone to breakage, so it's best to avoid tying it up when damp. This one requires me to think about it because after the shower, I'll put in some conditioner or some deep oil treatment and I'll just want to put it all up in a bun on the top of my head, which is still okay as long as you put it in a loose bun or a loose pony. I'll leave the ones I use down in the description box below, along with that wet brush. Really good for detangling when your hair is wet. For me, preventing the damage is the bigger issue. Certainly I've color treated my hair for years, but we really only color the root every time it grows out. So there's no color on the rest of my hair, definitely never on my ends. So the coloring isn't the worst that I do to my hair. For me, it's combing it when it's wet and pulling out tangles so I get that breakage, as well as using the wrong styling tools. So as I age and I want to keep wearing my hair long, I am gonna keep learning how to keep my hair healthy. And as I learn new things, of course, I'll share it with you guys. Let me know in the comments how you did on this quiz. I think we've quizzed out for a little while. We've done hair care, skin care, and makeup. So we might do a refresher, I don't know, when new things happen. But for now, let's get back to beauty reviews and new products. And this coming Friday, it's Friday Face Off time. And I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.